about my connection to God. The Bible says, while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. Which means when we're at our worst, God gives his best. That is the story of God. And why would God give his best when you're at your worst? Maybe it's because God still believes that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Verse 17 of this chapter is where most of us are going to struggle this week. Psalms 139 verse 17 says, "How precious are your thoughts about me, O God. They cannot be numbered." How precious are your thoughts about me, O God. They cannot be numbered. God actually thinks great things about you, more often than you would ever know. But I know you won't believe me just because I said it. And so I have to tell you probably a little story to get you there. And I think I'm going to tell you a story from a famous Dr. Seuss book. How Horton hatches the egg. Story of a big old elephant that decides to become protector over a bird egg. Now the bird egg was abandoned by its mother because Maisie is quite lazy. And Maisie is not only lazy, but she's quite crazy. And Maisie decided to take a vacation to Florida. And she flies off and doesn't return. But before she leaves, she asks an elephant who's walking by, "Will you please watch my egg for me?" The elephant says, "Well, I don't know how I do that. I'm an elephant, you're a bird. Well, if you just watch my egg for just a couple of hours, I promise, I just need a rest." Hour after hour goes by, and Maisie never returns. And so Horton builds a contraption to rest on top of the egg. He puts himself in a tree and bends the tree with his weight to where only the top of his bottom rests on the egg. He doesn't crush it, and he remains there on top of it, balancing day after day, week after week, season after season. The rain comes, Horton's on the egg. The snow blows, Horton's on the egg. The wind just rushes through, Horton's on the egg. No matter what happens, Horton remains on the egg. Even hunters come by and point their guns. This is going to be an easy kill, but Horton stays on the egg. Finally, someone looks at this elephant and says, "We have to take this elephant to the circus. This is one of the most amazing things we've ever seen." And they take him across the seas while he's still sitting on the egg. And then they open up the circus and invite everyone from around the world to come see the elephant who sits on an egg. Finally, that egg hatches. And guess what? When the baby is born, the baby actually looks more like Horton than it looks like Maisie. But it's at that very moment that Maisie comes and says, "No, this is my egg. This is my child. No, this is actually my egg. It's not Horton's egg. I asked Horton to watch it." And now that all the hard work is done, Maisie wants to come in and declare claim on the egg. But everyone says, no. This baby looks more like Horton than it looks like you, so it obviously must be Horton's egg. And Dr. Seuss says a new thing was created on that day, an elephant bird. A little elephant with two little wings that flew with Horton as they went back home. But there's a consistent question that's asked throughout that entire story. Everyone says to Horton, "Horton, why are you still on the egg?" Every other page, this is the question, "Why are you still on the egg?" And this is what Horton says. Horton says, "Well, I meant what I said. That's right. And I said what I meant. An elephant is faithful, 100%. But it's cold and chilly outside. I don't care, I meant what I said. And I said what I meant. An elephant is faithful, 100%. But Horton, that's not even your baby. I meant what I said. And I said what I meant. Elephants are faithful, 100%. But how long are you going to stay on that egg? I'll stay as long as it takes. Because I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Elephants are faithful 100%. And I just believe my God is built the same way. That he takes responsibility for the children that don't even look like him and act like him. But one day we're going to be reborn and people will see that, wait a second, they look like this father more than they look like that father. And we will all stand in glory and say, how did it happen? How did I make it? And God will look back and say, well, I meant what I said. And I said what I meant. I'm always faithful, 100%. But they betrayed you and turned their back on you. That's okay, because I meant what I said. And I said what I meant. I'm always going to be faithful, 100%. But what about Calvary and all that they did to your son? We were prepared for that because we meant what we said, and we said what we meant. We're always going to be faithful, 100%. And what about their flawed character? What about the loneliness and the darkness? What about the fact that they'll always disappoint themselves and they will always disappoint each other? But that doesn't matter as much, because I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. And I'm going to remain faithful 100%. Your identity is not based in your faithfulness. Your identity is based in the faithfulness of your Creator. And the same faithfulness that it took to create this intricate human being with your name is the same faithfulness that he's going to use to work out your salvation. Every ringlet on your thumb is actually your personal journey through this world. And that's why it doesn't look like anyone else's.
That's right.
This ringlet is not just your identifier, but it is your journey inscribed on your head. And because it's different, you'll have to go through a whole lot of struggle and pain. But you got to walk this path, and only you can walk it. And that's why this path has been given to you. But if you can just remember that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, through the ups and the downs, the victories and the failures, the setbacks and the comebacks. If you could just remember that you're fearfully and wonderfully made, I promise you that what God said and what God meant will come true in your life. 100%. So we're going to close out with a special prayer for those who are feeling a call to renewed identity. Renewed identity. You're somewhere in this building, I just want you to come down front. You're saying, God, I do need a renewed identity. I struggle with thinking that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. It's hard for me to say I'm marvelous. It's hard for me to say God did an awesome thing with me. It's hard for me to see my value. I want you to come down front right now. We're going to pray together. For those individuals who want to stand up and say, I needed this word because I needed to be restored in the idea that I'm an imprint. I'm a creative idea of God. Where are you? This isn't a hard appeal. This should be an easy appeal. You're a person that is feeling called to renew your identity in your Creator. I just want you to come down front to this altar. We're going to pray together, and we're just going to rededicate ourselves to walking the path that has been given to us. You're supposed to be making a mark. God made you to do something no one else can do. And the only thing that holds you back is your belief that you're too flawed, that you're too bad, that you're too unholy, that you are not beautiful enough. All of those negative thoughts are how the devil steals from us our purpose. I just want you to press in close so that as many people can come down as possible. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. David says, I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And that thought can renew our minds and transform us. As you're here, I just want you to bow your heads and I want you to listen to my voice very clearly.